Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream cello lesson once again. And today we're gonna continue on with the last movement of the Suite No.1 by Bach. So let's get our music up. So the last movement, the last dance in the suite is usually a lot of times it's going to be a gigue, right? A gigue. So a gigue is a type of dance, usually more on the faster side, right? Dun, dun. So here, let's just start right away. So we can see that it's in 6/8, right? So in 6/8, we usually feel two big beats, and then the three beats three little beats per big beat, right? So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, right? So we have to think like that, but eventually you're gonna just think in big beats like 1, 2, 1, 2. And as always, let us color out the phrases. So we're gonna start here and let's look until here. So let's just start there. And we're gonna start slowly, okay? We're just gonna read slowly. The notes are actually quite simple, but what's going to get a lot of people in this dance is going to be the speed. It's quite fast, so it goes like, right? So, but in order to get to that speed, we have to start slowly and build it up, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the notes. We start with a pickup, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. Let's go until there. Let's just play all the notes separately, without any other bowings, okay? So, once again, 1, 2, 3, pick up, and. And then here, the next part here, right? We're just gonna shift down. We're gonna take advantage of the open strings that we play, right? To shift down to third position. And it's our normal third position extension. And here we have 16th note, right? 1 and 2, 3, 3, 2, da, 1, 2, 3, da, 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 da. So we're just gonna slur the first three notes, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then for the chord trill, same thing as before in minuet, right? So we do. If you want to do like the turnaround like in the minuet, you're more than welcome to do that, right? So, pretty simple. Here, we just shift down and then shift back to open string. So just be aware of that. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Slowly. Da, da, da. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. So let's go that slow actually. Bum, 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 bum. And this time we are going to do the bowings, okay? Alright, let's play. Slowly. 1, 2, 3, 2, and. Alright, just like that. I'm going to talk about the bowing in a little bit. So the first 4 measure goes like that. Let's take a look at the next 4 measures. You know, I'm gonna make it a different color. Okay, let's take a look at the notes. Same thing. Here it's gonna be all in first position. So let's just take a look at the light blue phrase, the 2 bars right there. So same thing from the pickup, right? So 1, 2, 3, pick up and separate bow. G, A, E, F sharp. Right? Not too bad. Let's actually keep on reading. So measure 7. And then here, for that C sharp here, that guy, we're going to, so as you play that open D, you're gonna shift to the C sharp. And how you can find that position is with your second finger, and is gonna be, you can tune your second finger D on the G string with the open D. So, and then your first finger just half step, right? And you can tune the second finger A the same way with the open A string. So just get used to that position first, maybe. Find it with, you can find it with the open A, second finger, first finger. You can try playing it like that as a double stop. Remember to relax your thumb, don't squeeze it, don't squeeze into the neck. So, we're gonna play that. That 4th is very difficult tune. So, alright, so measure 7. C sharp. And then, so that A, and then the other A will be on the first position. So the light blue phrase is actually quite simple. So let's just take a look at the with the bowing now. So it'll be kind of a different type of bowing that we do. Right, so it's 1 separate and 2 slurred, right? and then 2 slurred, and then 1 separate, right? So it's kind of like a mirrored bowing. So something to consider is almost always you're going to want to play, so because it's divided into groups of 3 notes, if you have 1 note and then 2 slurred, or 2 slurred and 1 note, either way you're going to have to use more bow on the single note part, right? So for example, for the measure 5, for that single beat, you're gonna pull more and then save the bow for the 2 slurred, and then same amount going back, and then for that last single note, you're gonna kind of kick it back, right? Jump, right? So that's another thing that's gonna be difficult, is the bowing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, da 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 da, right? So that's gonna be the key in terms of getting that rhythm and the bowing. The same thing in the yellow part, right? So right, we kick back to the frog on the last beat, right? Da da da, a da da da, jump, jump, jump. Until there is pretty straightforward, I think. And then let's keep on going. So the last bit of the first half is gonna be the green phrase that I'm putting up. So let's take a look at the green phrase. Let's not do the bowing, and we're just gonna play everything separately slowly, starting from the pickup E to F. Slowly, 1, 2, 3, 1, pick up. Shift, shift, stay in position. Shift out to first, second position, first position extension. That is an extension as well. So here you can see it's grouped like this, right? And then the next 3 notes, it's extension. And then the next 3 notes is third position. Right? So you just get used to those positions, each of the positions. And then find G, tune it, tune A as well. Right? So just practice getting used to the distances in each of the positions. right? And then maybe you can try just getting the shifts in between those positions really clean as well. Do everything separately. You don't have to follow the bowing for now, right? When you're learning, try to what I like to do when I'm learning the piece is first figuring out what parts I know is going to cause some trouble and take some time to learn, right? So this is one of those spots. So right, so take your time, it's not a race. And then after you get used to the notes, how the melody goes and the fingering, then you add the bowing. So remember, in order to reach down to the lower strings, try and have your elbow up, right? I keep on saying that, but it's an important thing to kind of work on. All right, so not too difficult in terms of fingering and the position. So let's just take a listen to how the first half, the first repeat sounds like. And I'm gonna play it slowly, and let's keep the bowing right now, okay? So first repeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2 and. So that if that's even fast for you, you can slow it down even more, right? So really, fingering wise, it's not too difficult. Bowing wise, you just have to be careful of the uneven bowing, right? Right, so try to always stay somewhere in the same area of the bow, right? That's one of the difficult things of this piece. So once you get the notes, the part that's gonna be difficult is actually playing in tempo and getting the feel for it, right? So right now we've been counting it in 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But eventually we gotta just fill it in, da, 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 like 2 triplets, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. So that's gonna be the difficult part. But work with a metronome. Maybe I'll explain how to do that. Yeah, let's do that. So where's my metronome? Oh, I can't find my metronome. All right. Well, you would normally work with a metronome. So at a slower tempo, you would mark out the eighth notes, right? Da, 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 da. And then you'll eventually get to a point where it's easier to kind of mark out the three. Da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba, one, ba, 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 ba. So that's what you want to do. Practice at a slower tempo where your metronome is counting out the eighth notes. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then each day, you know, just raise it like 1 or 2 clicks. And then after that, you'll get to a point where you'll start filling in 2 big beats. 1 da 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 da. And then that's when you want to start pushing the tempo a little bit. So. And you also notice that I'm kind of giving it a little bit more melodic, lyrical sound here. More singing. Just kind of make a difference. In order to make a difference in the type of articulation that we're playing, right? We have it's kind of like the skipping sound, right? But here we're doing everything legato, everything smooth. Until the end, right? So that's something to consider. That is a whole another topic in itself, how to interpret Bach. But maybe eventually we'll talk about it. But for Suite number 1, I think what's more important about Suite number 1 is, first of all, I think it'll be one of the first real, quote unquote, real pieces that a lot of people will play. And for me, it's a really good way to teach how to practice, right? So that's a really important topic for me, is how to practice your pieces. So let me play the first half one more time, kind of in tempo. And then we'll move on to the second half. All right. 1, 2, 1, and. So that's the first half, and I don't want to write the chords right now. Let's just keep on going. So the next phrase, now we're going to talk about the second half. So the second half, the second repeat, let's just start right. that. Let's go until there. Okay. So these are going to be little sequences. The second half deals with a lot of sequences and patterns. So it kind of looks confusing at first when you just read it. But I think it'll make sense if you break it down like this. So same thing, second half purple phrase, first bit of purple phrase. Let's play it slowly. Let's just keep the bowing. So 1, 2, 3, pick up and. So here, right, in second position, and then we shift down to first position, and then back to second position. Right? And then let's take a look at the next sequence, starting from C. So this is gonna be like a pickup, right? 1. So that's the second sequence that we have to play. And here it's kind of difficult because we have this shift, right? That extension, third position extension is always going to be kind of awkward, so don't worry about it. And then here we're gonna and then shift down to second position and then shift back to third position and then shift all the way back to first position for that E. So there's a lot of shifting here. So let's play it slowly with the bowing. So from the pickup, the 2 pickup into the B, that measure, okay? 1, 2, 3, and. One more time. 1. So those are going to be the 2 sequences, beginning sequences that you should work on. So just play it slowly as we're doing right now, right? 1 and pick up and. Fourth position. So there's a lot of shifting in that part, so just practice it slowly until you're comfortable and be able to tune. You're not putting any tension here. You're very loose in your arm, loose in your shoulders, right? Just relax. Right, one more time. From the double bar, the repeat sign. 1, 2, 3, 2, and. So until there, you can hear how the 2 phrases, it's just, it's literally just the next step up, right? Right, it's just moving. It's moving all the sequence up a step, right, of the scale. So now let's take a look at here. This part I really like, but it's kind of tricky to play. So first, let's just play this part. So this part is just, right? Not too difficult. And then the next two, right? You might have to practice those two groups a little bit. So you can see that those are the repeating patterns, right? So don't really worry about those. There's a tendency that people wanna focus on that, but really the important part is that motion, right? So once you're comfortable with that, try to end this jump. This jump is kind of difficult too. So the difficult part will be that jump, right? So just try and keep everything a little bit bouncier, shorter, right? So for example, when I mean that, I mean play the singles a little bit louder, and then the slurred notes a little bit softer. So measure 19 from measure 19 is very straightforward. So from measure 19 it will be, so half step down. Here you have a choice. You can go on third finger, or you can shift already to 1 in order to prepare for the next part. But I don't know. I think it's better if you land on the third finger, like as if it were end of a phrase, right? It is an end of a phrase, so. So practice that 2 measure by itself, right? Try and bring that out. necessarily play it longer, but don't kind of fluff over it. All right, so purple phrase. Once again, it's fairly straightforward, note-wise and fingering-wise. But the tricky part will be once when you start playing it faster, right? So now, let's just try and play the purple phrase. Slightly under tempo, but with the bowing and everything, okay? So 1, 2, 8, 2, and. So you can also hear that I'm kind of making this part more melodic. That's up to you. Mainly because it outlines those chords really well. And it sounds different from the first half of that phrase has the short, long, short, long, short, long. And then when you get to the I guess it's the same too, my bad. But to make the two phrases slightly different, other than just how the rhythm is made, will be with the bowing style, right? Alright, let's move on. Next one will be right here. Okay, so once again, the blue phrase is going to be a bunch of sequences, and let's take a look at it. So here, at the end of the purple phrase, we end on this low E, right? And then beginning of the purple phrase, that up bow, the pickup, we're gonna go into second position, then stay in position for that. And then the reason why I'm redrawing that is because of the pickup, right? So you have to include the pickup into the phrase, so into the sequences, right? So starting from the blue, right? That's one. And then the next one starts on the F sharp, and we're gonna shift back to first position. So be careful of the F natural here and C natural. But really, it's just same fingering, right? And then the last one. Here it's open string. And then we go to fourth position, or second position. So that's gonna be the jump. And then getting into that second position, that's gonna be the hardest there. It's really not that hard. It's just, once again, it's really dissecting it bit by bit like this. And then combining everything together, right? So let's just look at the first two patterns of blue. Let's go slowly. 1 and 2 and shift, stay, right? So once you get that and you can play it slowly, just repeat it until you're comfortable, and the ideal situation would be you repeat it so much that you memorize it and you don't even have to look at the music. So that would be the ideal situation. But for now, let's just repeat it. Right? Same thing. The blue phrase, this whole thing right here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Until there, it's pretty straightforward. And then if we take a look at the next blue phrase, just remember the pickup to A. So here, so if you notice, this sounds a lot like the part in the beginning, right? In the first half. And it's because it is the same thing, same pattern, but we're playing it in a different key, right? And instead of ending there, it goes into a whole ending sequence, right? So if we take a look at this melodic section once again. There's a couple of ways of doing it. Or you can do 3. Right? The bottom would be shift like that. And then here always that shift is going to be a little bit tricky. But that one is just so when you're shifting into a lower string, what you can do is prepare your finger that's going to that you're gonna land up, and then shift into it, right? And if you hear glissando in the beginning, like any noises, that's fine. Because the idea is you're getting used to the position and the hand motion, right? Second position. So each section is, it's got its own difficulties that you have to watch out for. And then what gets even more difficult is when you start combining everything. Alright, let's try and play the blue phrase now, slightly under tempo. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, and 2, and. So the only thing that's left now is the very last phrase. And the very last phrase is, it can get very annoying, to say the least. Alright, so let's first take a look at where the red phrase starts, right? So, if we follow the phrase of the first half, it should end like that, right? But instead of ending there, Bach just kind of extends the piece a little bit, right? So, starting from second finger, B, and then shift down to first position, and then here, 1, 2, 4, and the fingering is important to remember as well. If we take a look at this one, right? Now let's take a look at this one. Right? A, F sharp. So this is same thing. So same finger pattern, just whole step up, right? So those two sequences are pretty simple. Whole step up, right? And then that from there, you have to shift down all the way to half position for that D sharp. But for now, let's just take a look at measure 28 until 30. So where the red phrase starts. Slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, and right? Until there. Once more. Bum 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 bum. Try to do it with a metronome. Put it on eighth. Da 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 da. Like that. Once more. And then this last part here, we do an extension, then go back, D sharp, E, and then string crossing, and then shift, and then shift to second position, like that. So just practice those three. And try and get them as clean as possible. When I'm playing that single on the A string, I do it very lightly because you can, the A string is already bright. So if you play with the same pressure as the D string, it's going to just sound louder. So just be careful. Try and keep it very light, the up bows. So until there, that sequence is pretty difficult, right? Because you're going from extension to all the way down. And then, so shift, extension. Some people don't like this, but you're staying on one string, so that's why I do this fingering. So that part is very slow, or very fast, so practice slowly. So 1, 2, and 3, and just practice that. No, 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 that. Because remember, it's an extension. So one tip there is when you're shifting into that G, already have your second finger extended. Already kind of prepare your hand for an extension. Right? That way you're not arriving and then spreading your fingers, right? Practice it slowly with a metronome, and then just slowly build up the speed. Right. I'm doing it really fast right now, but ideally you would take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks just to build up speed. And don't worry about playing fast. Playing fast doesn't mean you're playing well, right? So I prefer that you play the rhythm correctly and the notes correctly than playing it fast, right? So just be aware of that. The red phrase is a little bit tricky, but I think we'll get it. So red phrase slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and falls on the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 2, and red. Alright, so that's going to be the red phrase. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 2, and all right. So that's going to be the second half. What you're going to want to do is just practice the purple phrase, blue phrase, and red phrase separately, and then just have them very comfortable and in your hands, and ideally memorized. But if you don't have it memorized, that's fine. Just work on it with the music and practice slowly. I can't stress this enough. I used to be one of those students that would just play fast everything, but now, having learned lots of difficult pieces and having learned multiple ways and experimenting with myself as well as my students, if you practice everything slowly in the beginning, what you're doing is, first of all, you're learning all the notes correctly as well as the bowing, right? And then what else you're going to do is, when you're practicing slowly, you can observe what you're doing and work out what doesn't work or what gives you trouble. And also figure out what works and what you're doing correctly and how you can apply that to other things, right? So if you can play slowly and know the piece enough that you can observe what you're doing, that means that you know the piece enough to memorize it, right? Playing fast is difficult because you really don't have time to think about the notes, because it's we played 7 notes just there, right? So you can't really think each notes individually, but if you start grouping them into chunks, like how I have it here, it makes memorizing and it makes playing a lot easier. So, sorry, that was a little rant on why you should practice slowly. So let's play the second half now, all the way through. I'm gonna play one time slowly, and then I'm gonna play the second time through kind of up to speed, right? Alright. Second phrase, or second half, starting from purple phrase. Slowly. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, and 2, and. slowly. The ideal tempo, so you don't, as long as you feel it in 2, da 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 da. That's gonna be the speed that you want to play. So this is how it would sound like. This is like kind of the speed I play. 1, 2, 1. So yeah, that gets really fast. So try to practice it slowly because it helps you play each individual notes, and when you're playing fast, you can kind of flub over notes. So try not to do that. And let's see, what else is there to talk about? So that's the bowings and fingerings for this movement. As we talked about, speed should be feel 2 big beats. Right, so 1 and a da 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 da. As long as you feel it in 2 big beats instead of 6, that will be fine. Something that will help you is so if you can, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can hear it definitely. See how when I'm putting down my fingers, it's in a manner that's very percussive almost. But that also means that in a slur or something like that, the note changes are very clear and articulated. It's just more focused sound. So kind of practice, I guess, slapping your fingers, right? Because that's gonna help you with articulating the notes fast and things like that, especially in the last part, right? Let's see, what else can I think of? Bow distribution. So on the short one, pull, long, slurred, right? Save. Like the. Otherwise, you're going to either lose your you're just gonna lose a lot of sound. You might hit your frog and things like that. But it's about how you distribute the bow and how you balance it out throughout the whole piece, right? Okay. So what I want to do is I want to play this piece all the way through now. And then I think that'll be end of the stream for today. However, I want to play it on a slower tempo first, and then kind of odd tempo in the next. Okay, so let's play through this whole piece. Oh Lord, what did I do? Okay, let's play the whole piece, and I'm gonna play it slowly first. Okay. And I'm gonna take only the first repeat. Alright. 1 and 2 and 3 and remembered what I wanted to talk about. So playing each of the phrases like this separately, as we did in the lesson, is actually fairly easy. What gets difficult is playing everything all together and then playing it fast. And when you start doing that, what you're going to notice is your arm is going to start kind of hurt, cramp up, I guess. But you know when you exercise really hard, you feel that burning sensation. You're gonna start feeling that here. If you do it too much, your fingers your finger might start kind of slowing down, like you physically can't move your fingers faster. If that happens, just take a break and don't, you never want to hurt yourself. But what you want to do is play almost to the speed that the maximum speed that you can play, and then bring it back slightly, and then play multiple times, repeatedly, one after the other, right? That's to build stamina. So train stamina by playing through multiple times back to back. So, play it once, blah, 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 blah. And then after that, immediately after, maybe take like 10-second breather and then play it again. That way you're actually building stamina here, and you're creating, or you're building up resistance in your hand and your muscles. A lot of people underestimate that. The reason why Bach is difficult is because you're constantly playing. There's no rest. There's, even in concertos, you have orchestra parts that are playing sometimes, and you get to kind of just sit there and do nothing. In terms of Bach doesn't let you rest at all. Your left hand is always moving, your right hand is always moving. So when you perform Bach in recitals, and add that in recitals, you usually get nervous, right? You tend to tense up a lot in your arm, and it becomes really hard to play. But if we prepare ourselves, right? If you treat playing music, playing an instrument like a sport, like a workout, you have to train a little bit further than you need it, right? You don't want to max out at your maximum. You want to max out and then be able to perform at like 80% of your max ability, right? So build enough stamina. Same thing with speed. Try and play faster than you normally would when you practice, when you get to the top speed section, right? Just push a little bit further than you can. That way your max speed actually becomes a little bit easier, or your performing speed is not your max speed. So that's little tricks and tips that I'll share with you. That's something I've learned over the years. So yeah, let's play Gigue in tempo, and I think that'll be it for today. Alright. Same thing, faster tempo, and only the first repeat. I made a little mistake somewhere there, but yeah, that'll be fine. Do I want to try it one more time? Nah. Actually, yeah. I want to try it one more time. One more time. Ah. 1, 2, 1. be it for today. So now we finished all the way through not Suzuki. We finally finished all of the cello suite, suite #1. So I want to say congratulations. This is your first suite that you're playing. It is quite an achievement. So really, give yourself a pat on the back. And I also want to say thank you very much for everyone who have been supporting me. Finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, hopefully all the videos that I'm doing, all the lessons are very helpful for you. Remember, if you have any further questions, you can always leave a comment. Okay? So happy practicing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.